Alright, Knights of Dragaria, welcome back to Brigandine, the Legend of Runersia. We're going to be covering Diana today, so let's get into it.
And as usual, stay triggered. Pew pew, pew.
So, one thing I want to know before you start to watch a video, what do you think of Diana? Do you use her a lot? Do you not use her a lot? If we're going to look at her stats and everything here, you're trying to understand what she is. Typically, she starts up as a rogue. I actually changed her over to a Royal Lancer, so you're going to see a few extra things in here. But don't worry about it. You know, we'll take a peek here. She, at level 30, now that I got her level 30, she has nice 742 HP, MP pool of 212, attack of 178. Wow. Agility of 104, mobility of 5. That's what you get with the rogue class here. Now she's level 30 as a royal guard, but she is a rogue. She's not an assassin yet, so she doesn't have the full bloom that you would expect. But she is a 4 DCer, not a 3 DCer, so she's slightly a little better than just the basic knight, you know, as far as that is concerned. So she's a pretty good knight. Let's go ahead and check out her background here real quick, and we'll talk about a few things. So Diana is a female, age 20, class rogue, fortune teller renowned for her accurate predictions, as well as her habit of asking the stars for guidance in everything, including how much to charge for her services. This usually results in the wealthy paying through the nose, while children of the poor pay nothing. No one is quite sure if she's the stars or Diana herself who is looking out for the underprivileged. On the battlefield, she is calm, collected, and reliable. She avoids the limelight and tries to be in a position to support the rest of the unit as best she can. So she's kind of a, you know, good woman, and she does kind of her best with her fortune-telling skills. She is a slightly better knight than the low-tier knight, so somewhat in between the project and somewhat between more established. I mean, you can see how she grew her stats here, but that is with definitely some other types of classing here, so that is a little bit different. But as far as her ability to fight in a battle goes, from what I remember, she feels slightly squishy when you do the creative mode right off the bat, and then as soon as you get her up to, I don't know, level 11, level 12, things start to kind of round out, and she starts to get a little better. It feels a little better. But you get these double butterfly blades here. You get a couple knives there. You get a light armor jacket. You get a gauntlet. You get a ring. She gets a double movement ability, which basically means it allows you to move again if you still have enough move spaces left. So as you see with the mobility 5 over on the right there, this little oops, not there, but this little 5 right there, where the 5 is, essentially, if you move one space and the enemy's not surrounding you too heavily to magnetically draw you to them, you're able to pull yourself back. This is kind of hard to explain. As we're playing a game, I'd have to like do an explanation of movement in a game, maybe a different video for that. That could take some time, so I might save that for a different video. If you want to see it, let me know that that's something you'd like to see as far as how to understand movement with the double movement, and can you get in a situation, can you get out of a situation. That could be another video I could make. But she does get evasion up of D, which isn't the greatest, and still, because we're in a rogue, you know, that could go up a little higher. I can actually look at some classing here, so you kind of get a better understanding as to like what we're going to get. So if we look at the rogue to assassin class, let's just check this out here. So there's the pain cross, which turns into evil cross, mirage hit turns into ghost hit, luring step, bewitching step, and then you get another skill called fatal darkness after that, which is pretty cool. You get a dimension spell and a gravity spell, although you already have a gravity spell as a rogue, so you get that. The Fallberg resist spell break, that is for the other Lancer class you go through. That's not for this. But you get a critical rate up of S going into the Assassin class, which is pretty nice. The assassin class is like the dark element for the females, which is akin to the samurai class, but not, I want to say not as tanky, although, yeah, the swordsman class might be a little tankier. This is a little more dodgy, you know, in that sense. But your evasion goes up from D to A, which I don't know why it goes 2 letters, but that's what it does. And you get counter damage up, so that's the difference with the assassin class there. But what do I have here for her basic attack? So right now, as a rogue, Pain Cross deals normal damage, moderate damage, single adjacent unit, power of 115, accuracy 11. It's pretty decent, does well. Usually hits. She has high agility. She almost never misses. Next up is Mirage Hit. This is a pre-move, major damage to a single adjacent enemy unit, which means all these pre-moves here, you have to stand there for a turn, but you can attack and then move over to a new location so that the next turn you're already standing there to do this. So you can constantly move around after the first hit and keep giving Mirage Hit or Luring Step or whatever you want to do right after that. It's pretty convenient. But it is power 145, so it's a little better than normal, which is nice right there, right? Accuracy bonus, we get a couple extra orbs there. It does cost you 60 MP. The downside to her is that she doesn't come with a lot of MP, and she might gain a little more being in the Dancer class, but it's not going to be much more. It's just going to be just a little bit more. So you only get to do Mirage Hit a few times, which is nice at this level, but it ends up turning it to the point that you want to do Luring Step, because this one's pretty cool because it goes out 2 spaces around you and has a 30% chance of inflicting all those things you see down there: poison, paralyze, silence, feint, petrify, or charm, which is really cool. So that's really nice. That's really all you get with this middle tier class, though. You don't get the final attack, which if you really want to draw out the most power you can, you have to get to the final tier, which for this game, this file, I wanted to try her out as a Lancer, and she had some good stats with that, so I enjoyed doing that. But you're going to get Gravity, which changes the terrain of an enemy into ground, and also lowers their AGI. So if somebody's like a water, like let's say there's a water creature there, like a Hydra, you can do Gravity on it, and no longer will the water work with them. I don't think they can heal in the water, although I haven't fully tested that yet, but I want to say they can't because of the terrain, although that could be an oversight. Let me know if you find out anything different, but that will pretty much lower their AGI, and it's really good for that. And this is kind of like helping you work on the enemy if your other allies are having a hard time hitting. Let's say you bring in a bunch of clay golems or giants or something like that. You're like, I've got a Dancer with a bunch of giants and golems. This kind of sucks. Use Gravity on a monster, and then the other monsters will be able to keep up and hit this other thing that you're trying to take down. Could be a leader too. You could try this on, I don't know, one of the, I can't say the rulers. It might work. Yeah, actually it would work on a ruler. I think this works on Stella. So try it out. But it's a little underrated spell. It's more of a status thing if you want to go that way. But it does have a 4 range radius, which is really nice. Also, you have Venom, which is really nice too. But the difference is here is it's kind of the same thing as Luring Step, except for it just does poison. It doesn't do all these other things. And the only good thing about it is 1 space longer. So although there is a power to this, the power with this doesn't actually, I don't know if this matters as much as really the range and the cost. I would personally try to do Luring Step more because it is 30 points and this is 45 points. You're saving 15 points, and for a woman that only has 200 MP, I would try to save as much as you can. Yeah, poison's great, but if you petrify, that's even better, I'd have to say. So that's pretty much it for Diana. Let me know how you play her. Let me know if you change her into something else or what you want to do with her. I use her. She works out fantastically for me, although she's not the top tier knight. She's not really a full project knight, she actually does all right. She's okay. So, hope you enjoyed. If you do, tell your friends about me. Help the channel grow somehow.